I'm Jeff Kline. They call me J.B. Kline, and that's named after my great-grandfather, who purchased this property and the adjoining properties back in the 1800s. And at that time, they had a lady who lived in the middle apartment, I think it was, by the name of Matilda. They called her Aunt Matilda, and she was sort of a nut. And so she was really old, and part of the agreement, because they were sort of friends of the family or whatever, as far as I know, just from what was told down over the generations, is that she had to be allowed to live there until she passed away. And she was already old. She played the piano. After a while, she just didn't go out very much. And every once in a while, you can hear some weird sounds around here, and some of it is piano playing. And that's why the legend of Aunt Matilda sort of just grows. Down in the basement, there was, that's really still really old, the original shelving and things down there that were put in the 1800s. And there's a stairway there that goes up to the upstairs, which is now blocked off. And nobody's been up those stairways since they blocked them off when they turned that into a store, and I think that was in the late 1800s. And we used to go over there. When I was a little kid, we would go over by those stairs and listen, and we would hear piano playing. And it was the strangest thing. And my daughter says that she still hears that kind of thing today. There have been all kinds of stories of people hearing stuff and experiencing weird things, and a lot of friends of my daughter's have experienced the same sort of thing, and actually some people who worked here did too. We had a few tragedies in the place. I don't like to talk about it a lot, and I'm not going to talk about it a lot, but 3 people who worked here all mysteriously passed away, and they all died. One hung himself, and it was all sort of mysterious.
Hi, I'm Sandy. This is Beth.
Hello.
She's a part of the team of Twilight Passages. Anthony is a part of Seekers Club of the Paranormal. I forgot to tell you to say that. We're going to also be here doing the EVP after this. I'm using a millimeter and SB7 box, and I also will have a recorder, an for recording EVPs. And Beth, what do you have?
I have a Psionics infrared camera that I'm going to be videotaping with.
Okay, and I think that's it, right? I'm just going to basically use the basics. So we'll have the high tech with Anthony, and then we'll have the basics.
Hi, my name's Anthony, and today we're going to be doing this investigation with, we have the EchoVox, the app for that, because one of the things we're going to be using later on. We have the S box, that's another spirit box that would get some communication with the afterlife. I have a RAM pod that also is like an EMF that if anything comes close to it, it will pick up any kind of electrical charge. We have the regular,
Millimeter?
The millimeter. Got the millimeter, and this has also a RAM pod on it, so we're going to be using that. There's also a shadow detector, which I don't use as much because sometimes it picks up other people's shadows. And we've got a new object. Okay. This is a new object I just got. It's a 360 periscope. It has a plasma on top. Also, there's the static that goes around it, static meter. There's also on it speech. Get that in there. It also picks up your speech, which might help us on some of the EMFs. If one of us are not talking and this comes on, it's possible something might be going on if there's no contamination in the room. So that's some of the stuff we're using, and also our night vision cameras. So that's what we're having today to perform this investigation.
We're gonna start an EVP session. Matilda, are you here with us?
Is there anybody here that wants to communicate with us? You can tell us your name, what you do for a living, your last name, first name, color of your hair. Just say something that we know that you're here. Who plays the piano that lives here?
What year was it when you lived in this building? Or did you possibly live in other buildings in the area?
Did you have a mental illness? Did they mistreat you?
Matilda. I came a long way. We all came a long way to see you. Can you at least say hello to us? Okay, Matilda, if you were here, thank you for everything. We'll be back. Say hello. And think about talking to us. Thank you.
Were you mistreated in this building?
In the room or whatever. So this is how they try to communicate with us. So pretty much what the spirit box and everything else is right now that's out. The echo box, different stations, different waves and different frequencies. Okay. But we're going to start with the basic questions, then we'll get to some other questions. We'll start with the basic questions. Is anybody here? Can you tell us your name? Are you trying to communicate with us?
Did you die in this room?
Did you live in these residences? Did you live here? Can you tell us anything about you? Is there anything you want to tell us?
The radio?
Yeah, this is different frequencies. It's a totally different frequency.
So it's sort of like going through the radio stations.
Yeah.
Are you someone who lived in the area? Are there any relatives of anyone that...
What was that?
Did you hear that?
That was over here, sound like.
I heard it over here.
I'm stopping this, we're going to listen.
It sounded like a can.
Yeah.
Hair on my body, I swear. I get goosebumps.
Didn't it sound like a can? Like somebody
It
hit a can?
sounded like something tin, yeah.
Yeah. You heard it over here? I heard it over here. Where'd you hear it?
I think I heard it
Back here. I thought somebody was coming down.
See
Yeah,
how
like they were throwing a rock or something.
I think something hit that fan. It sounded like something tin. Listen.
Just kind of, we just heard like a metal, someone throwing a rock like at a metal band or
That's
something.
what it kind of sounded like.
Yeah. And there's a lot of like coffee things here because there is a coffee place above us.
They sound like something like that.
Yeah, and Beth, what did you ask?
I asked if anyone was here that was a relative of anyone in this room.
I heard something.
Can you say that again?
Wow.
Who's that?
Can you please speak into the mic?
Can you say my name?
Sound like a woman's voice, right?
You sound like a lot.
And we're standing in the coffee room.
Whoa. This monitor just jumped from 80 to 60. And it just jumped back to 80 again.
Really?
Really? What is that?
There's something going on in this corner.
Something's messing with the battery.
The EDI, can you shine a blue light on
That's
it?
just me that banged there. Okay, is there anything in this corner that wanna? Is something in this corner? Say hello. You want me to know when you're here?
Is this where you used to play the piano? Is this where you used to play the piano?
Blue light just blinked.
Yeah.
Somebody from upstairs.
Can you play us a song? Do you like my voice? Oh no, it's back to 80 again. What? Are you playing games with us now? Just having fun?
Pay attention to that when that blue light
Back to
goes.
60.
See? Blue light went on, that went
Yeah.
to 60. Now it's back to 80.
Not yet. Still showing 60. Are you playing games? Are you messing with my battery? Yep. It just flicked again.
Something's here. It wants to communicate with us.
No, we're not.
Something's messing with us. I don't know.
Are you here with us?
Do you want to play us a little music? Is it you who's messing with my camera battery?
If so, put it on red. See that? Right on command.
Right on the dot.
Right on the dot.
If
Very
you are
good.
female,
Thank you.
can you put it on red? Female red.
This might be sending you off. It's sending you off.
Do you like us here? I said that this thing flickered.
If you like us here, put the light on blue. Is there a blue light on there? It's telling me
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
If you like us here. Okay, that's yellow.
Are we scaring you?
Does that mean you don't want us here?
Over. All right. If you are the one that's messing with Jason's battery, okay, put it on yellow. Yes, as yes. If not, put it on green. Okay, we're gonna go try something. So EVP and see if there's anything with that. Okay, we're gonna ask the questions again. Were you the one that made that noise before with that tin? Can you tell us your name? Thank you. Okay, now noise, that's what happened. Okay. Anything else? We're not going to stay much longer, so you got your last chance to talk to us, or you might not hear from us ever again. If you talk to us, possibility we'll be back.
Can you move the stones on the floor? We're listening. We're listening if you want to speak with us. Could you tell us a little bit about your house when you lived here? You can speak into the mic. Say anything. Somebody upset here. Please speak into the mic. We're going to be leaving soon, so if you can give us any kind of inclination that you're still here with us, that would be helpful.
You throw one of these rocks. Just move one of them.
Can you move the stones on the floor? Would you like to play the piano for us?
Are you mad they closed off your room? Are you mad they closed off your room? Babyface. 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 Babyface.
We are doing our follow-up for the J.B. Kline. I guess you would say it's a music store. It's a whole block of a building. J.B. Kline and Sons. We just did a ghost hunt there. Because of the COVID, we haven't been able to get together, so we're doing this Zoom follow-up. I have Anthony Simonelli. Am I pronouncing that right, Anthony? And Jason Nappi here following up. Simonelli, yes. I always say it wrong. But we're in our homes, and what we want to do is just tell the viewers what we found at the J.B. Kline and Sons. If you look back, the story is about the haunting of Matilda. It is about a woman that used to play the piano in her room, and she actually was a little bit crazy towards the end, and as part of the agreement of selling the building, that she had to stay in her room. So through the years, she passed away in her room, and now people have had strange happenings there. There's been suicides there, and people actually hear the playing of the piano. So we also had Beth with us, but she couldn't be here, Beth Esch. But so
we were brought down there, and the very creepy basement, 1800s, very original. The first thing that we got, I didn't really know I got it until maybe when I got home, is I took, when you go all the way in the back, there is a staircase that once led to her room. So I had captured an orb there. That was the first thing that I've experienced. So as we went down there, I know, Anthony, you had some kind of paranormal feelings, if you want to explain why you were coming down to the basement.
First of all, we were going down the basement with our equipment. It was me, Jason, you, and Beth, and we were going down, and we found a location and dropped our stuff off. But as we were walking there, I felt the feeling of somebody watching us. I felt it was a female, and she was just watching and not saying anything, just watching us as we were going in, like she was curious of what we were doing. So that's the feeling I had at that time until we started the investigation. So that's pre-investigation. So pretty much that's what I felt.
So you had a feeling as soon as you went down
she just
there.
Like was curious of watching us. Yeah, I had that feeling, and I didn't know there was anything about a woman being down there or anything at that time neither. I even mentioned it. I said I felt a presence of a woman.
What I experienced really was, it was something interesting that happened with my camera monitor, and the batteries were fully charged. We weren't there very long when this started to happen, and my battery was flicking back and forth on the little indicator screen.
Do you want to play us a little music? Is it you who's messing with my camera battery?
If so, put it on red. See that? Right on command.
Right on the dot.
Right on the dot.
My night vision light, it died very quickly. It was like whatever was there was trying to manifest itself by draining our equipment to get getting our batteries.
There is a coffee shop above that room where we were getting all that stuff, and they store a lot of old coffee machines, the big ones. So we were asking questions, and we all heard it, right? I believe we all heard it. It sounded like someone threw a stone and hit one of the machines. Like it sounded like a really high.
Like bang.
Are there any relatives of anyone that...
What was that?
Did you hear that?
That was over here, sound like.
I heard it over.
A metal ping. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because it was only us.
It was like, you didn't know where that came from.
This was around the same time that my battery was malfunctioning or causing the monitor battery strength to change. And Anthony was asking the questions, and we were asking on the REM pod, and it kept indicating to the right color that we were asking it to go to.
Excellent question. Go to red for yes, green for no. And it was actually, red for yes and green for no. And that was very interesting that it responded to anything we asked. It was a response right after we asked it. So it wasn't, it was, as soon as you ask a question, bang, you got a response. So that was one of the things that we got down there.
Originally, like the whole building, the whole corner of 25 Bridge Street is the J.B. Kline building, but upstairs is the daughter's apartment, and she had a lot of crazy experiences of dark shadows in her room. I filmed it, but I didn't use it in this video because it was more personal to her. She just wanted us there, but she was actually telling the story of being in bed, just lying in bed, and something startled her and her boyfriend, and there was a shadow figure, and it was standing by her door to the living room, and it ran out through the dining room, and actually she said it disappeared like into a portal.
Oh, wow.
In the dining room. Yeah, like she said it was really crazy. So I think there's a lot of different things going on in that building. It could be just that area, But she told the court like a really crazy story about this dark shadow, this dark figure in her apartment. But her apartment is right where the room is where Matilda had her room. So that staircase that we all looked in with the orb, it went up to her room. her apartment, but it's all closed off now.
The staircase.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there's
that
a lot of
staircase was
history.
interesting also because I kept on saying I feel something up on this top of the staircase,
Hmm.
and I kept on saying I felt something. I took footage. I didn't get nothing on my footage, but then you said, "What? You got your orb?"
I took pictures with the camera, didn't get anything, and then I just clicked on the phone, and then I just looked, and I'm like, oh, well, that was, that was
Yeah.
wasn't there. But did we get any EVPs, Jason?
We did. We got some very faint EVPs.
Yeah.
And the interesting part about some of the EVPs is they were responses.
Yeah.
They weren't, just kind of random things. They were responses to questions. And one of the questions was, do you play piano? And the response to that was yes.
Yeah.
Is this where you used to play the piano?
It's very hard to tell that it was yes because it was very faint. But when I put my headphones on and I listen to it, you can just slightly make it out. And there's two other ones that we picked up.
Are you mad they closed off your room?
Yeah.
And you can distinctly tell it's not one of us.
Yeah, when we were doing the vampire session, remember in the corners, like there was stuff there. We kept on hanging, like something moving or clanking in that corner, and we throw the flashlight over there. There was nothing there. And as we were doing the rampart, again, yes or no questions, there was like clanking, like something was there. So it's possible something was there that was answering us on the rampart, But it was something in those corners, in the front of the basement.
But I don't know about you, but I think definitely something's there, and I think something is stronger than her is there, because I'm hearing stories of suicide and things like that. So we really can't pinpoint what it was, but
I guess with the building, the history of how old
well, the
that
whole Lambertville, New Hope, they're right. It's all history. There's a lot of hauntings over there, especially in New Hope. Because some of the buildings are back in, I think, to early 1800s. So, but I want to thank you guys for being there and coming. And go check out JB Kline and Sons, Lambertville, New Jersey. A great guy. He's a musician. And thanks for tuning in to Twilight Passages, and happy haunting.